Today we are going to do a little of mathematics, and that is logarithmic equation. Okay, so it's a logarithm type of mathematics. So we can solve a logarithm equation. Okay, so and we have here for us to solve log 8x squared base 2. Alright, log 8x squared base 2. Don't forget that in this class you are expected to at least share this class, and the name is Dr. B Science Classes. So when once this come onto your pop on your screen, you share it and tell your colleagues, your groups that you share it to as well the word to share to their friends as well, and to subscribe. Subscription is free. Also through Facebook is Dr. B Science Classes that they can also share and then follow as well. That is a bunch that you owe me for us to continue doing this good job. So today we are going to be talking about how we can be able to solve 8x log 8x squared base 2. Now let's see how we can solve this in a very simple way. Okay, remember that log 8x squared base 2 can be rewritten, all right, following the first law of logarithm. Remember, so we will say, note that when you have a log of AB is the same thing as a log of A times B, okay, and it's the same thing as the log of A times the log of B. That is how it is presented. If you have log of AB is the same thing as log of A times B, and is the same thing as log of A times log of B. Now, following this law of logarithm, we can expand this equation that we have. So we will say the log base 2, the log of 8x squared base 2 can be rewritten as the log of 8 times x squared. And this can also be written as the log of 8 base 2 times the log of x squared base 2. Okay, this is the simple analogy in this kind of a situation where you have a log of 8x squared base 2. So following this law of logarithm, we can simply expand this equation in this way. So log 8x squared base 2 is the same thing as log 8 times x squared base 2, the same thing as log 8 base 2 times log x squared base 2. Okay, now if you take a look at log 8 base 2, you can as well expand this log. Do not forget that we can say that, but the log of 8 base 2 is the same thing as the log of 2 times 2 times 2 base 2. Okay? Yeah, the log of 8 base 2 is the same thing as 2 times 2 times 2 base 2, because 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 2 is 8. So this is it. Now, do you know that this equation can also be rewritten? We can as well rewrite this equation that we have here as the log of 2 raised to power 3 base 2. We can rewrite that in that way. Okay, so for log 8, we can have it as 2 times 2 times 2 base 2, and we can also write 2 times 2 times 2 as 2 raised to power 3 base what? Base 2. Now, in this way, we have obtained log 2 raised to power 3 base 2 for log 8, and we also have log x raised to power 2 base what? Base 2. Okay, we can now bring back this and rewrite it out. So it means that this log, it means that the log of 8x squared base 2 is equals to the log of 2 raised to power 3 base 2 times the log of x squared base 2. That means we can rewrite this equation in this form. Okay, so we can write this equation in this form. Now do not forget where we came from. We said we have to solve log 8x squared base 2. And we said to solve this log, we follow this pattern of equation. And to follow this pattern of equation, log AB can be rewritten as log A times B equals to log A times log B. And if we pull this in the same manner, we'll have that log 8x squared base 2 is log 8 times x squared. Okay? And the same thing, log 8 base 2 times log x squared base 2. So, but for log 8, we can rewrite log 8. Because log 8 is something like 2 times 2 times 2, and it is 8. So, we can have log 2 times 2 times 2 all over, base 2. And log 2 times 2 times 2 is the same thing as 2 raised to power 3. And that will give us this analogy. So it means that log of 8x squared base 2 can be written as log 2 raised to power 3 base 2 times log x raised to power 2 base 2. We can still go further to solving this because this is not the solution of the problem. Now, to solving this problem, we will now tell ourselves that, okay, since this is it, we bring it out. The log of 8x squared base 2 can also be written as the log of 2 raised to power 3 base 2 times the log of x squared base 2. Now, if we follow another logarithm law, this says, we note that the log of a raised to power b, okay, base c is the same thing as take the b back to the log, behind the log. So we'll have b to the log of ac. If we follow this pattern of logarithm to place this that we have, it will mean that this 3 will come behind the log and these 2 behind the log. So we'll have that. The log of 8x squared base 2 is also written as 3 to the log of 2 base 2, which is this. We have taken the 3 behind the log, times 2 log x base 2. That means we have taken the 2 behind the log. That is, we have followed this pattern of the log, this rule of the logarithm. So when you have an exponential, you take the exponential behind the superscript, behind the log. Okay, so we are going to take this behind the log, and we have this equation. Again, we can resolve this equation following another rule of logarithm. So we also note that the log of a base a is equals to 1. Okay? The log of a number to its base, which is the same. When you have a log which the integer and the base are the same, is equals to what? 1. So that brings us to this particular question, the particular area that we are. So log 2 base 2 should give us 1. This means that 3 log 2 base 2 is the same thing, or let's leave the 3, log 2 base, this implies that log 2 base 2 is equals to 1. So 3 log 2 base 2 is equals to 1. So it's 3 times 1. So here is 1. So since this is 1, what we have now is 3 times 1. Okay, so it means that the log of 8x squared base 2 is equals to 3 times 1 which is log 2 base 2 from here, which is 1 times what? 2 log x base 2. If you multiply 3 by 1, it is 3. Okay? And remember that the multiplication sign implies a positive sign. A division sign implies a negative sign. The same way, if you use a negative sign in logarithm, it implies a division sign. If you use a positive sign, it implies a multiplication sign. So here at this answer, we have a multiplication sign, which implies what? A positive sign. So our overall answer to this particular question will now be, 3 times 1 is 3, and this is what? Is plus, and this is 2 log x raised 2. So the answer will be, our answer now will be equals to 3 times 1 is 3, this is plus, and this is 2 log x raised 2. And this is our answer. As simple as that. As simple as that. All you need to know is to understand the basic logarithm rules. The basic logarithm rules to do what? To open up, to expand, and solve this logarithmic equation. I hope you had a beautiful moment with me trying to solve this problem, which says log 8x squared over 2. Solve it. So it's been wonderful, and very wonderful, and a very beautiful time having this class with you. Continue to follow Dr. B's science classes and unravel the beauty in solving problems in chemistry, physics, mathematics, and even biology. Do not forget that you have to share this class, and also do not forget that you tell those groups you shared it to as well do what? Subscribe. Dr. B science classes.